5. Psychological tricks to read. Anyone like a book in seconds? Listen carefully. What I'm about to share with you will fundamentally change how you see every person you meet. Most people walk through life blind. They believe the masks others wear. They trust the words that flow so easily from practiced tongues. But you're about to learn what Machiavelli knew 5 centuries ago. People are predictable, readable, controllable, and in the next few minutes, you'll possess the ability to strip away every facade, every lie, every carefully constructed persona. You'll see them naked, vulnerable, exposed. This isn't theory. This is the cold reality of human nature. The reality that weak men fear and powerful men exploit. You're watching mental fort because something inside you knows there's a game being played, and you're tired of being a piece on someone else's board. Good. That hunger will serve you well. But first, you need to understand something fundamental. The greatest weapon you possess isn't strength. It isn't money. It's knowledge. Knowledge of the human machine. And today, you're getting the manual. Drop a comment right now with the phrase, "I see through the mask." Let me know you're ready for this. Section 1. The first trick. The eyes never lie. Here's what the masses don't understand. While everyone listens to words, the masters watch the eyes. Machiavelli wrote that men are so simple, so absorbed in their present needs, they can be easily deceived. But their bodies betray them every single time. When you speak to someone, watch their eye contact. Does it hold steady, or does it dart away like a frightened animal? Weak men cannot maintain eye contact when they lie. Their primitive brain screams danger, and their eyes flee to safety. But here's where it gets interesting. The sophisticated liar, he'll overcompensate. He'll lock eyes with you too intensely, too long, like a dog trying to prove dominance it doesn't possess. The truth lives in the middle ground, natural, relaxed, confident. Now watch the pupils. When someone sees something they desire, something they want, their pupils dilate. It's involuntary, unstoppable. You cannot fake it. Show someone money, power, or opportunity, and watch their eyes expand like black holes ready to consume. They'll say they're not interested. Their mouth will form the words of disinterest. But their pupils are screaming yes. This is your first advantage. While they speak, you'll already know their truth. Section 2. The second trick. Decoding the body's betrayal. The body is a battlefield where the conscious mind wars against the subconscious, and the subconscious always wins, always. Machiavelli understood that men willingly deceive themselves about their own nature, but the flesh cannot hide its intentions. Pay attention now, because this will separate you from 99% of people walking this earth. When someone crosses their arms, the amateur thinks they're closed off. Wrong. Context is everything. Are they cold, comfortable, or are they creating a barrier between you and them because something you said threatened their carefully built worldview? Watch their feet. Yes, their feet. This is where people leak their true intentions like a broken dam. In conversation, feet point toward what the person desires, toward the exit if they want to leave, toward another person if that's who truly holds their interest, toward you if they're genuinely engaged. A man can control his face, train his smile, rehearse his words, but his feet tell the story his mouth refuses to speak. Now here's the dark part, the part they don't teach in your corporate seminars. When someone touches their neck, their face, their hair repeatedly, they're self-soothing, like a child clutching a blanket in the dark. They're uncomfortable, anxious, vulnerable. This is your moment. This is when you press. When you ask the question they don't want to answer. When you make the move they can't counter. Because their defenses are down and their nervous system is screaming. Watch their breathing. Shallow breathing means stress, fear. Deep breathing means they're trying to calm themselves, trying to regain control. You see it all now, don't you? Every meeting, every negotiation, every interaction becomes transparent. They think they're playing chess. You're reading their mind 3 moves ahead. Here's what powerful men know and weak men never learn. Distance matters. When someone likes you, trusts you, they lean in. They close the gap. When they're repulsed, suspicious, afraid, they create space. They lean back, shift away, build walls with empty air. Master this, and you'll know within seconds whether you're dealing with an ally or an enemy. Whether the smile is genuine or the blade is hidden behind the back. Comment below, I control what I see. Show me you're internalizing this. Show me you're becoming dangerous. Because that's what this is. This isn't about making friends. This is about power. This is about never being blindsided again, never being played, never being the fool in a room full of predators. You are learning to see the invisible. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Every handshake becomes an interrogation. Every conversation becomes an intelligence-gathering operation. This is your evolution. Welcome it. Section 3. The third trick. The voice as a weapon and a weakness. Listen to me very carefully right now. While children believe the words being spoken, masters decode how those words are delivered. The voice is an instrument that cannot lie, no matter how skilled the musician. Machiavelli knew that effective leaders must appear one way while being another. But the voice leaks the truth like blood through white cloth. Volume tells you everything about power dynamics. When someone raises their voice, they're compensating. They're trying to claim dominance they don't naturally possess. Real power whispers. Real power doesn't need volume because it commands attention through presence alone. Think about the most dangerous men you've ever encountered. They didn't shout. They spoke quietly, and the room fell silent to hear them. That's control. But here's the trick most miss entirely. When someone's voice suddenly drops in volume mid-conversation, pay attention. They're about to reveal something true, something vulnerable, something they don't want overheard. It's instinctive, primal. The secrets come out in whispers because the primitive brain believes whispers are safer than declarations. Speed matters more than most realize. When people speak rapidly, their thoughts are racing. They're anxious. They're trying to convince you before you have time to think critically. Fast talkers are either nervous or they're running a game on you. Slow down the conversation, control the tempo, watch them squirm as their rushed strategy crumbles against your patience. Conversely, when someone suddenly speaks slower than their baseline, they're calculating, choosing words carefully, constructing a lie or hiding something significant. The pause before answering a simple question. That's where guilt lives. That's where deception breathes. An innocent man answers immediately because truth requires no construction. A liar needs time to build his fiction. Now listen for vocal pitch. This is subtle but devastatingly effective. When stressed, threatened, or lying, the human voice rises in pitch. It's involuntary, physiological. The vocal cords tighten under stress and produce a higher frequency. You cannot train this away without years of practice. Even professional liars slip. Even actors break character. The pitch rises, and you simply know. Watch for the clearing of throats, the sudden coughs, the false laughs that sound hollow and mechanical. These are comfort mechanisms, the body creating sound to fill the void of confidence. When someone laughs at something that isn't funny, they're deflecting. When they cough before speaking, they're buying time to think. Every sound is a signal. Every pause is information. Here's what separates you from everyone else now. You're learning to listen with predatory focus, not to respond, not to wait for your turn to speak, but to extract intelligence, to build a psychological profile in real time. They think you're having a conversation. You're conducting an autopsy on their intentions. Machiavelli wrote that everyone sees what you appear to be, but few experience what you really are. Now you're becoming the one who experiences what others really are. While they maintain their masks, you're cataloging every micro-expression, every tonal shift, every linguistic choice. Drop a comment saying, "I hear the unspoken." Let that phrase anchor this knowledge in your mind, because you're halfway through this transformation now. You're no longer the man who walked into this video. You're becoming something else, something sharper, more aware, more dangerous in the most strategic sense of the word. Keep going, We're just getting started. Section 4. The fourth trick, timing and reaction speed, reveal everything. Time is the invisible ruler that governs all human interaction, and most people are completely blind to its power. Machiavelli understood that fortune favors those who adapt their approach to the times. But I'm telling you something deeper, something darker. The speed at which someone reacts to information tells you exactly what's happening beneath the surface. Let me break this down in a way that will change every interaction you have from this moment forward. When you make a statement, tell a story, or ask a question, measure the response time, not with a stopwatch, with your instinct, with your sharpened awareness. An instant reaction means one of two things. Either the response is genuine and emotional, springing from authentic feeling, or it's rehearsed, prepared. They anticipated your move because they're playing their own game. How do you tell the difference? Easy. Genuine emotional reactions come with physiological changes, flushed skin, widened eyes, shift in breathing. Rehearsed responses, they're clean, too clean, like an actor delivering lines. No mess, no biological chaos, just smooth performance. Now here's where it gets truly powerful. When someone delays their response, when there's that pregnant pause hanging in the air between your words and theirs, you've struck something. They're calculating, processing, deciding what version of the truth serves them best. The longer the pause, the more significant the internal conflict. Watch them during that silence. That's when the mask slips. That's when you see the machinery working behind the eyes. They're weighing options, measuring consequences, building their response brick by carefully chosen brick. But here's the nuclear option few people understand. When you want to read someone completely, give them unexpected information and watch what happens in the first 2 seconds, not 5 seconds, not 10, the first 2, because that's before the conscious mind can construct the appropriate social response. That's pure reaction, raw truth. Tell someone unexpected good news about a mutual acquaintance and watch their face in those first 2 seconds. Do they smile genuinely? Or does something else flicker across their features? Envy, resentment, disbelief. That flash tells you everything about their real feelings, their hidden agenda, their true character. The same applies to bad news. Real empathy shows immediately. False empathy takes a moment to construct because they have to remember what empathy is supposed to look like. They have to put on the mask. And in that brief gap, you see them naked. Now let's talk about the rhythm of conversation. Every person has a natural cadence, a pace at which they speak and respond. This is their baseline. Your job is to identify that baseline within the first few minutes of any interaction. Once you have it, you have the key. Any deviation from that baseline is significant. When they speed up, they're excited, nervous, or hiding something. When they slow down drastically, they're being careful. Too careful. Why? What are they protecting? What are they concealing? Here's a technique Machiavelli would admire. Deliberately disrupt someone's rhythm. Ask an unexpected question. Introduce information that doesn't fit their script. Change the subject abruptly. Then watch how long it takes them to recalibrate. Adaptable people, genuine people, they flow with it. They adjust naturally. Liars and manipulators, they struggle, they stumble, they need to rebuild their strategy because you've destroyed their prepared terrain. You're forcing them to fight on ground they didn't choose. This is psychological warfare at its finest. You're not being aggressive, you're not being obvious, you're simply controlling time and tempo, and they don't even realize what's happening. They just know something feels off, something feels like they're losing control, because they are. You have it now. Pay attention to hesitation before physical actions too. When you offer a handshake and there's even a microsecond of hesitation, they don't trust you. When you invite them somewhere and they pause before accepting, they're debating internally whether it serves their interest. Everything is information. Every fraction of a second is data. Comment right now. I control the tempo. Because you do. You're learning to manipulate time itself within social interactions. You're becoming untouchable, unreadable. while reading everyone else like their books written in large print for children. This is mastery. This is power. Section 5. The fifth trick. The ultimate power move. Mirroring and manipulation. Now we enter the deepest waters, the place where psychology becomes sorcery, where understanding transforms into control. Machiavelli wrote that the wise man does at once what the fool does finally. What I'm about to teach you is what the wise man does while the fool remains forever ignorant. This is mirroring, and it's the most potent psychological weapon in your arsenal. Here's what nobody tells you about human beings. We are hardwired, coded at the DNA level to trust people who are like us. It's tribal, primitive, ancient. When someone moves like us, speaks like us, breathes like us, our unconscious mind whispers that they're safe. They're one of us. They're family. This is the exploit. This is the backdoor into anyone's trust. Watch someone closely for the first few minutes of interaction. How do they sit? Lean forward or back? Cross their legs or plant their feet? How fast do they speak? What words do they repeat? What gestures punctuate their sentences? You're not just observing, you're downloading their operating system. Then, subtly, gradually, you become their mirror. Not obviously, not like some amateur copying every move. That's obvious and creepy. No, you mirror selectively, strategically. They lean back. 30 seconds later, you lean back. They speak faster. You gradually increase your pace. They use certain phrases. You weave those same phrases into your responses 3 minutes later. What happens is pure magic. They don't know why, but they suddenly feel comfortable with you, connected, like you just get them in a way others don't. Their guard drops, their walls crumble, and you walk right into their psychological fortress without firing a single shot. But here's where it transcends from technique into art. Once you've established rapport through mirroring, you can lead. You can become the one being mirrored. Shift your posture and watch them follow. Slow your speech and watch their tempo change. You're no longer matching their reality, they're matching yours. You've hijacked their nervous system. This is how cult leaders operate, how master manipulators bend entire rooms to their will. They mirror first, then they lead, and the followers don't even realize they're being conducted like an orchestra. Now, let me teach you the dark application, the one that separates students from masters. When you want to unsettle someone, when you want to create psychological discomfort, do the opposite. Deliberately don't mirror. When they lean in, you lean back. When they speak softly, you speak louder. When they open up, you close down. This creates cognitive dissonance. Their unconscious mind screams that something is wrong, that you're a threat, that you're not tribe. They won't be able to articulate why they feel uncomfortable around you. They just will. Use this on enemies, on competitors, on anyone you want to destabilize without saying a single aggressive word. You remain perfectly polite, perfectly professional, but your body language is warfare. Here's another layer. People reveal their true feelings through what psychologists call limbic synchrony. When people genuinely connect, their bodies synchronize naturally. Their breathing aligns, their movements harmonize. It's unconscious, beautiful, automatic. When you see two people whose bodies are completely out of sync, sitting at different angles, moving at different rhythms, breathing at different rates, you're looking at conflict. Hidden or obvious, doesn't matter. The bodies know before the minds admit it. Use this in business, in relationships, in any scenario where people claim everything is fine but something feels wrong. Watch the bodies. They're screaming the truth while the mouths lie. At this point, you might be wondering if this is manipulation, if this makes you a bad person. Let me be clear. This is reality. Powerful people use these techniques whether you do or not. Politicians, CEOs, salesmen, seducers, they're all playing this game. Your only choice is whether you remain a pawn or become a player. Machiavelli faced the same moral questions. His answer was pragmatic and brutal. Better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Better to understand the dark arts than to be victimized by those who do. I'm not telling you to become a monster. I'm telling you to remove the blindfold, to see the game clearly. What you do with this knowledge defines your character. But ignorance is not virtue. Ignorance is just weakness wearing a moral costume. So here's your homework, your real-world application. Tomorrow, mirror someone completely. A co-worker, a friend, a stranger in a coffee shop. Match their energy exactly. Then watch what happens. Watch how quickly they open up, how quickly they trust you, how quickly you become their favorite person in that moment. Then you'll understand, this isn't theory, this is science. This is the code underlying all human interaction, and you now possess it. Comment below, I am the mirror and the master. Lock this knowledge into your consciousness, because we're in the final stretch now. You've learned to read eyes, bodies, voices, timing, and mirroring. You're no longer the person who started this video. You're becoming something else entirely. Something more aware, more powerful, more dangerous to those who would manipulate you, and more valuable to those who deserve your loyalty. Stay with me. We're almost at the peak. Section 6. The synthesis, combining the weapons into total awareness. Everything you've learned until this moment has been individual weapons, separate tools in your psychological arsenal. But here's what transforms a student into a master: the ability to use all 5 tricks simultaneously, to create a symphony of awareness so complete that you see people not as they pretend to be, but as they truly are. This is total situational dominance. Let me paint you a picture. You walk into a room for a business meeting, a negotiation, a first date. Doesn't matter. The principles are identical. Before anyone speaks, you're already 3 steps ahead. You enter and immediately scan the room. Who made eye contact first? Who looked away? That tells you the power hierarchy before a single word drops. The person who maintains calm, steady eye contact without aggression, that's your equal or your superior. The one who glances then looks down, subordinate, intimidated, already conquered in their own mind. Now they start talking. You're not just hearing words. You're watching their eyes for pupil dilation when certain topics arise. Money, power, sex, opportunity. Whatever they claim not to care about, their pupils will betray their hunger for it. Simultaneously, you're clocking their body language. Are their feet pointed toward you or the exit? Are their arms creating barriers or opening pathways? Is their breathing shallow with stress or deep with confidence? You haven't even responded yet, and you already know if they're friend or foe, confident or afraid, genuine or performing. Then you listen to their voice, not the content, the delivery. Is the pitch rising with stress? Is the tempo rushed with anxiety or measured with control? Do they pause before answering simple questions, constructing lies in real time? Or do they flow naturally because truth requires no architecture? You mirror their baseline subtly, matching their energy just enough to build unconscious rapport. You're not being fake, you're being strategic. You're speaking their nervous system's language so their defenses lower. And once you have rapport, once you're inside their psychological fortress, you test them. You introduce unexpected information and watch their reaction speed. You ask a question they didn't prepare for and measure the pause. You shift the tempo of conversation abruptly and see if they can adapt or if they stumble like someone's pulled the rug from under them. Within 5 minutes, you know everything. You know if they're telling the truth or selling you fiction. You know what they want, even if they claim otherwise. You know if they respect you or plan to use you. You know if this interaction serves your interests or threatens them. This is what Machiavelli called virtù, the ability to read fortune and adapt accordingly. But you're doing something even more profound. You're not just reading fortune, you're reading minds. Not literally, but close enough that the difference doesn't matter. Here's what most people will never understand. This level of awareness changes you fundamentally. You cannot unsee what you now see. Every interaction becomes layered with meaning. The cashier who avoids eye contact isn't just shy. They're dealing with something heavy. The colleague who speaks faster around the boss isn't just enthusiastic. They're insecure about their position. The friend who pauses before saying they're happy for you, they're not. They're envious and pretending otherwise. Some will call this paranoia. They're wrong. Paranoia is seeing threats that don't exist. You're seeing threats that do exist, but that others miss because they're asleep. Walking through life with their eyes closed, trusting blindly, getting hurt repeatedly, and never understanding why. That's not you anymore. You're awake, dangerously awake. But here's the responsibility that comes with this power. You must choose wisely how you use it. You can use these skills to protect yourself, to avoid predators, to identify genuine people in a world full of actors. That's the noble path. Or you can use these skills to manipulate, to exploit, to control others for selfish gain. That's the dark path. Machiavelli wrote for princes, for people who needed to maintain power in a world of daggers and poison. You're not a Renaissance prince. You're a modern human navigating an equally dangerous landscape of corporate politics, social hierarchies, and personal relationships. These tools serve you either way, but the man you become depends on your choices. I'm giving you a scalpel. You can use it for surgery or for murder. The tool is neutral. Your character determines its application. Here's my advice. Use this awareness defensively first. Protect yourself. Identify the liars. Spot the manipulators. Avoid the users. Build relationships with the genuine ones whose eyes, bodies, voices, timing, and mirroring all tell the same story of authenticity. Once you're secure, once you've built your fortress, then you can decide if and when to go on offense. Comment this phrase, "I see all, I reveal nothing," because that's the ultimate position. To possess complete awareness while remaining completely mysterious. To read everyone while remaining unreadable yourself. That's not just power, that's invincibility, and you're closer to it than you've ever been. 2 more sections and your transformation is complete. Stay focused, stay hungry. We're entering the end game now. Section 7, The Shield, becoming unreadable while reading others. Now we arrive at the paradox that destroys most people who learn these skills. You can read everyone in the room, but can they read you? Because if you're transparent while analyzing others, you're just a spy without cover, exposed, vulnerable, easily countered. True power requires asymmetry. You see them, they don't see you. Let me teach you how to become a ghost, how to move through social spaces, gathering intelligence while revealing nothing of value. First, master your baseline. Everyone has tells. Everyone leaks information, but you're going to minimize your leaks to almost nothing. Start with your eyes. Practice maintaining neutral eye contact, not aggressive staring, not weak avoidance. Calm, steady, present, give nothing away. When you hear something surprising, shocking, or revealing, your eyes don't widen. Your pupils don't dilate noticeably. You've trained yourself to receive information with the emotional range of a stone. This takes practice. Stand in front of a mirror and have someone show you unexpected images or tell you surprising news. Watch your face. Notice every micro-expression. Then eliminate them one by one until your face becomes a mask of calm control. Second, control your body. Plant your feet firmly when standing. Sit with deliberate posture when seated. Don't fidget. Don't self-soothe by touching your neck or face. Don't shift weight nervously. Every movement you make should be intentional, purposeful. When you move, move decisively. When you're still, be completely still. Predators don't waste energy on nervous motion. Neither do you. Your body language should communicate one thing only: complete self-possession. Third, regulate your voice. Find your optimal pitch and maintain it regardless of stress. Speak at a measured pace, not rushed, not artificially slow, consistent. When someone tries to rattle you, when they introduce chaos into the conversation, your voice remains unchanged. This is psychological armor. They're trying to read your stress levels through vocal changes, and you're giving them nothing. Practice this by recording yourself speaking under different emotional states. Then, practice delivering the same words with identical vocal characteristics, whether you're calm, angry, excited, or afraid. Erase the differences until your voice becomes a controlled instrument rather than an emotional amplifier. Fourth, master your timing. Give yourself permission to pause before responding. This serves two purposes. It prevents you from reacting emotionally and revealing your true feelings. And it makes people uncomfortable because they can't read your internal process. They don't know if you're about to agree, attack, or walk away. That uncertainty is your advantage. When someone asks you a question, especially a probing one, take 3 seconds before responding. Count them internally. Let the silence hang. Watch them squirm. Then deliver your response with complete composure. They'll interpret your pause as thoughtfulness rather than calculation. Fifth, give them a false baseline. This is advanced. Deliberately display certain harmless quirks or habits that people will latch onto as your tells. Maybe you always tap your pen when thinking. Maybe you always lean back when listening. These become the obvious patterns they think they've figured out. Meanwhile, your real tells, your actual vulnerabilities, remain hidden beneath this performance layer. You're giving them a puzzle they can solve, so they stop looking for the real secrets. Machiavelli wrote that the first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. I'm telling you, the first method for estimating someone's power is to see if you can read them. The truly dangerous ones? You can't. They're blank pages, smooth surfaces, mirrors that reflect your own energy back at you while revealing nothing of themselves. That's what you're becoming. This doesn't mean being cold or robotic in normal interactions. You can still laugh, still show warmth, still connect authentically with people who deserve it. But you're doing it by choice, not by unconscious reflex. Every smile is deliberate, every gesture is controlled, every word is selected. You're not being fake, you're being strategic. There's a difference. Fake people pretend to be something they're not. Strategic people simply choose what to reveal and when. Drop this in the comments. They see the mask, not the man, because that's the goal. Total control over your presentation while maintaining total awareness of everyone else's truth. You're almost complete now, almost transformed. Stay with me.